If you'd like to book a private reading or an astrology session with me, feel free to do so at khloetaylor.com/shop. Hey there, cozy babe, and welcome back to the most cozy autumnal corner on the internet. My name is Khloe Taylor, and today we are going to be looking at the next connection coming into your life. Potentially, it could also be a description of somebody you're already in relationship with. So this reading will also act as confirmation. But whether you're single, in a relationship, I believe that there is a message here for you regardless. Now, I will tell you how to do this if you've never done a pick a card before. But before we get into that, those of you that already know, this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, and this is pile number 4. Now, those of you that have never seen one of these before, basically what you're going to do is you might have already known from the thumbnail, or you might be vibing with a certain pile or multiple piles from seeing them laid out here. And you're going to go ahead and choose 1, 2, 3, sometimes all 4. It depends on, we don't judge on that harem or reverse harem life here. Feel free to choose more than one. But basically, whatever pile or piles you are vibing with, whether it's like one of these little astro dice maybe called out to you, maybe the colors of the decks, maybe one of the piles is glowing, or you get some kind of cool or warm sensation from one of them. Some people also will look in the description at the timestamps and see if their lucky numbers are present. That's what I personally do when I watch pick a cards, but that doesn't mean it's like a right or wrong way to do it. Just know that you can't choose wrong. And if you came across this reading, you were ready to receive it. And there is a message for you here. That is the most important thing, is to trust yourself and your intuition and know that you are guided here to hear something. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, starting from pile number 1. If you need more time to make a selection, I would encourage you to pause this video right here. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so pile number 1, if you chose this deck as well as this little pink astro dice, this is going to be your reading. So let's go ahead and see what this person is like, who they are. That's kind of the energy I want to focus on first, is finding out what they're about, who they are, etc. So let's see, let's get some characteristics about them. This will also help confirm if you've potentially already met the person, like the information you get about them kind of vibes with that. Ooh, okay. All right, we got some serious flyers. So let's see here. We have the 7 of Cups reversed coming out first. So they are definitely someone that I feel like their energy is very certain. They were very certain about you from the jump, because normally the 7 of Cups is a lot of like scattered energy. And I feel like when we're seeing it reversed, it's more certainty, it's more clarity, it's making a choice and moving forward. So they were very upfront and certain about you, and that like they are immediately attracted to you. Okay, we also have the Ace of Pentacles coming out for you. So the Ace of Pentacles for them, I do feel like they might be someone that is currently working on building their empire. Maybe they're in school so that they can like expand their skills, expand their knowledge so that they can expand their income. They might just be really focused on their career right now and material gain and possession. They also might be somebody that just has a lot of material possession. We're never afraid of a provider here. Okay. Sis, get that bag. What is that? There's this one girl on Instagram that always says, life's a bitch, marry rich. Like, we love that. Okay. We also have the Empress card coming out. So I do feel like this person, they are very in touch with their feminine side. They are also very in touch with treating you like the queen. Okay. They are very in touch with treating you like the queen that you are. I also feel like they from the jump might have been very certain about the fact that they're like at a point where they want to start a family. I say that because the Empress definitely represents like pregnancy, fertility. However, I will be the first person to tell you that you can create families without children. Like it's like your dog, your pet fish that you have with this person, like your business that maybe you start together, all of those things to me, even though they are not the exact same, right? None of it is. That is all like quote unquote babies that you could start or have together. So don't let like the traditional meaning of this card blinds you from alternate routes there. Obviously, if you're somebody that is very family oriented and is looking for that, this might be a really strong indicator for you. And they might come on strong with that. Like they're like at a point in their life where they are like, I want to settle down. I want to have kids. They are just very much at this point and they are looking for that sort of partner. Okay. We also have the Hierophant. So I really get the strong indication that this person that you were thinking about when coming into this reading, or like the next person you're attracting possibly, they are very well educated. They are somebody that maybe even already has a degree or like a master's degree. They're going for a secondary, like maybe they're in a program to get a doctorate. They are very educated. They really take pride in their academic accomplishments. And I say that because even when you look at this card, the Hierophant, notice this person is literally surrounded by books, by like a library. They're writing in a book. So I really just get the vibe that there's somebody that really takes a lot of pride in their academic accomplishments. They're very smart. They could have major Sagittarius placements. I feel like Sagittarius is very much the philosopher. I know that the Hierophant, I think, is actually Taurus's card, but I feel like the vibe of the card is not giving Taurus. It's giving somebody that really likes knowledge, which to me is going to be your Virgos, your Sagittarius, your Geminis. Those to me are the people that are very like rooted in knowledge and want to understand. Okay. And then we also have the Sun card coming out for this person. So the Sun card would tell me that they are a very confident person. Okay. They are not quiet about it. This, like when they might have even like they might make you like blush when they hit on you or like come into contact with you, because they are very confident. They know exactly what they want and they're not shy about that. So the Sun card to me is very much like them being in their power. And if you're open and ready to receive that kind of person, like fantastic. I really get the sense that they believe that they are a 10 and they are looking for another 10. Like they are definitely in this like confident, like they definitely spend time on their appearance. I'm hearing they spend time, like when they get ready, they don't just like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like some people, it's like dusty energy where they just take a shower and use a 3-in-1. This person definitely, like, they have like a proper skincare routine. They take care of their facial hair. They are really into their appearance and they like really put themselves together really well. They take pride in how they present to the world. They see their avatar or their body as their own canvas. And it's not that they are self-obsessed. It's that they recognize that like is their own personal billboard, right? And so like, that's kind of the thing, is I get the sense that this person is very strategic and smart when it comes to like, even like landing careers, jobs, school opportunities. They know that a lot of things come by word of mouth. And so they are always prepared to like meet their next opportunity on any given day. So they put a lot of time and attention and detail into themselves. But again, I'm not saying that it's like to an obsessive degree. It's honestly like a very condensed routine that I'm seeing, but it's like, it's consistency. That's what it is. Like they have a very consistent, I feel like if you're in your era of like looking for safety and like looking to get out of survival mode and your partner to assist you in doing that, this to me is somebody that really wants to provide that to someone. So I love this. It's fantastic energy. Okay. Let's keep going though. We're going to go ahead and see what else we can get about this person. So let's see. We're just going to look at maybe some astrology details or things about them. Okay, so we have Chiron healing. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get at. We're not doing like nice guy energy, okay? I would never steer my girly pops in that direction. Okay. It's that they have done the deep work. They have done so much healing work on themselves that they are ready to be in divine union. They're giving like soulmate energy, to be honest. They are ready to like be in a true committed partnership, because partnerships are about, like, trust me, y'all, I've been in a marriage. Well, I haven't been married for 17 years, but I've been in the same relationship for 17 years, married for almost 11 of those years. Actually, has it been 11 years? Actually, we're going on 12 years married out of those 17. So I feel like, even from like a practical personal level, there are some people that like you have to grow together with them. Like me and my partner were together at 16 and 17 years old, and we have had to grow together into our 30s. But this person, they have done the growing. Okay. They have done the work. They have done the growing, and they are coming into this relationship from not like, there's always more work to be done. Don't fool yourself. Everybody's always going to have more stuff. But they have done a lot of healing work, and they are like ready to be in partnership because of that. They are ready because of the work that they've done. They are like they are clear and open. Okay. We also have Taurus, the bombshell. See, I told you they were into their appearance. Taurus is a Venus ruled sign. And I mean, as a Taurus sun myself, I feel like it's going to be the Libras, Tauruses, and Leos for me that are really into their appearance more so. Taurus, I feel like, does do it in a little bit more of a relaxed way. Libra is definitely a little more nitpicky, and Leo is like the extreme version. None of those things are bad. I'm not saying any of those things as a negative. They all have their proper place. But when I see Taurus, the bombshell, this to me, as I told you, it's not that they are like super into their looks to an obsessive or obnoxious degree. It's that they have like a very simple condensed routine, and they stick to that. They have consistency. Everything they do in their day-to-day life it like shows you their level of commitment and consistency. It might even be something you're really attracted to. Okay. Then we also have Leo, the lover. Oh my gosh, which also says expensive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self-confident, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, vital, guileless, egotistical, juicy, proud, trusting, and excessive. So I honestly think this is what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody that is really into themselves. They're looking for somebody that has their own thing going, that is like really strong in their power, enjoys getting dolled up. And it's not about like wanting to control or possess you. It's that they put a lot of effort into themselves, and they want to be matched in that. They want somebody else in their life that equally puts a lot of attention. Because that's all, when people talk about Leo, and I hate this, okay? And I used to be this person, and I had to heal, okay? I had to heal. I had a lot of Leos mess me up in my life, and I had to be the one that healed. But I feel like the dark side of Leo is like, oh, they're egotistical and really into themselves, and like, they're just so self-focused. They're selfish. That's not true. I mean, there are good and bad traits of Leo. Everybody has that in every zodiac sign. But Leo, in their heart, in their soul, in their power, is their gift to the world. All zodiac signs have a gift to bring to the world. Them in their power is showing them how everyone has the divine right to show up for themselves. And taking care of yourself is an honor. Decorating your canvas, or your avatar, as I like to call it, is an honor. And the fact that you woke up today and get the opportunity to do that is an honor. Like, Leo will show you how to hype yourself up, how to see the beauty in yourself. And I feel like this is what they're looking for. They're looking for someone that really knows themselves, loves themselves. They're not looking for a perfect person, of course, but somebody that takes pride in themselves. Okay. And then we have opposition balance. So in this connection that you're coming into, this could also be confirmation of a connection you're already in, but there are things that you oppose on. And maybe even in your birth charts, there might be some oppositions, which is where there's like something on the opposite side of the zodiac wheel. The opposition in the relationship is actually good because it helps you to grow. You come from two different perspectives, two different backgrounds, two different mindsets. You're bound to have some views that oppose each other, but instead of looking at those as deal breakers, which sometimes obviously they can be, but I would say in this case, this is good because it helps both of you to grow. Like this relationship, for whatever reason, is very, very, very focused on growth. Okay, we're going to look a little bit more. I want to see, what is this relationship going to help you uncover, either about each other, together, or yourself? So like, what is this relationship helping you to uncover? Get ready to win. You are stronger than you know. So in this relationship, this person is going to build you up so much that like y'all are going to be like, honestly, it's giving power couple. Honestly, it's giving, let me hold you down, not hold you back. And I want you to win. Like, I think some of the cutest couples I've ever, like I have this like burned into my memory, and this to me is the energy you're giving. Okay. With this person, excuse me. I got to really hand it to my mother-in-law and, her husband. I guess it would be my father-in-law, but it's my husband's stepfather. Anyways, excuse me. Anyways, the last time I saw them, we were playing card games, me and my husband and her husband, my mother-in-law and her husband and my father-in-law. We were playing card games, and I think I witnessed the cutest thing known to mankind. And like, you know how some couples get like really competitive, which is also fun. They just wanted each other to win. So they kept like giving away their winning cards to each other. And I was just like, this is the sweetest thing I've ever seen. Like, granted, I come from a home where my parents literally didn't support anything in each other, and I did not see teamwork ever represented to me. So maybe I'm just naturally attracted to that. But it was just like the sweetest thing I think I have ever witnessed. I was just like, oh my God, they want each other to win so bad that like they would sacrifice their own winning. Like they would sacrifice their own hand so the other person could win. And I thought that was adorable, even on such a small, like it's a card game. It was so insignificant. It's an insignificant level. I was like, wow, these are two people that like really honor and love each other. And you could just tell by the way that they interacted. But that's what I mean. Like it's giving power couple. It's giving, they want you to win. Not necessarily at like the sacrifice of themselves, but like they want you to win. They're not here to control or dominate you. And then we also have your inner world is safe, embracing all your emotions to create a state of flow. See, I told you, they want to take you out of survival. If you've been in survival mode, this is somebody that wants to truly take you out of it, wants you to be in your power, wants you to be in your feminine, especially with the Empress, wants you to receive. This person, honestly, amazing. I love this for you. Okay, we're going to pull a few more cards. Okay, we have divination. So I really get the sense that they also might be highly spiritual, or they're going to look to you for your spiritual gifts, to help them, to like teach them, or like y'all get into divination together a little bit. Like maybe you are both into certain forms of divination, and there are so many. Like tarot cards are just one. Okay. Cardomancy, it's just one. There's bibliomancy. There is dowsing. There's even like water gazing as divination. There is tea leaf reading. Like there are so many forms of divination out there. I really feel like they and you together bring out the best. I honestly almost feel like this is confirmation that like this pile, because this is divination, like you literally are going to know it's them, and you're going to remember this reading and be like, holy crap, this is literally them. This is literally them because the tarot card said, okay? And you better come back here to this video and you better leave me a comment and be like, Khloe, you were so right, and tell me your pile number because it'll blow me out of the water. Okay. And then we have desire. Okay. So I feel like that's another thing. I don't know if maybe in past relationships, pile number one, you didn't feel as desired and like there might be some wounding there. But Spirit is saying with this person, you are never going to have to question if you are desired. You are never going to have to question if they want you, if they want to be with you. It is always going to be crystal clear. And this is something that is going to immediately attract you to them. It's just never going to be a question. You're never going to have to worry about it. And that is the reading I have for you, pile number one. Thank you so much for watching. And if you made it all the way to the end of this reading, please leave me a heart emoji of your choice so that I can say hi in the comments. I seriously love to see who hangs out until the end. Y'all are seriously my people. And if you want more from me and want to support me, I encourage you to check out my Patreon. This is where I share extra content, bonus readings, behind the scenes stuff, vlogs, astrology reports every single month, and so much more. I recently put up a whole secret little podcast talking about how I broke my ankle, if you want to hear the ins and the outs of that story. And it really helps support me as a creator, keeps my lights on, keeps food on my table. It's a great place for that. And you can also head over to my website, KhloeTaylor.com, if you want to book me for a private personal reading. You can also check out my courses. I have 3 different ones available to you. I have genuinely created everything there with so much intention to help you feel aligned and inspired. And if you're craving community, I feel like I don't talk about this enough and I need to start sharing it more. Please join our Discord. It's free. We literally chat in there daily as a community. We share what we're going through. It's honest, it's sweet, it's a safe space to connect with other like-minded cozy babes, and it's completely free to join that. So if you want to be a part of that, the link for that is down below. And of course, I have things down there like my wish list, any of the decks that I've used in this reading. And if you'd like to leave me a tip, never expected, always appreciated. I do have my Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal listed down below. And just thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Please do not forget, when you stand in your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye. All right, pile number 2, if you chose this deck, this is going to be your reading. So we're first going to look at what are a couple of things that the relationship that you either are already in or that is coming towards you is going to be helping you with. We'll also get some characteristics about them. We'll get into your relationship a little bit together, and then any extra messages Spirit wants us to know about this connection. So let us see, let us see. So first and foremost, we have healing trauma, and this says dissolve the chains of the old age pain. So I do feel that this connection that you are, embarking on with this person, it is going to be one that is very focused on the healing arts. Like you literally come together to heal things together. Like that is part of the divine union that you're going to find yourself in with this person. You have past things that have happened that maybe even trigger trauma for them and vice versa. But it's through working through those triggers together that is actually going to make you stronger and have a more wholesome connection. Then we also have an unexpected guest. Someone will be visiting you soon. So I really get the sense that this pile 2, this connection is coming in really soon. It's something you definitely didn't expect. Maybe even looking at this video, you were like, I don't know about love life. Like, I don't usually watch these, but because Khloe Taylor made it, I'm going to watch it. This is where that unexpected comes in. Like this person unexpectedly shows up in your life. Honestly, maybe even over like coffee or tea or something. I say that because there's this like teacup with you can see the little tea tag in the cup here. Maybe you meet them at a coffee shop, meet them over tea. This is definitely, I feel like, somebody that you haven't met yet. Or if you have, that is like confirmation to you. That's like how you met them. Or maybe your first date was over coffee or tea. But just know this person is coming in extremely soon. So let's go ahead and look at some characteristics about them, things about their personality, who they are. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that. I just want to give these one more good shuffle. Ooh, okay. So we have the Four of Wands. Okay, I love this card, especially because it like depicts a couple on the beach. This to me is safety. It's safety, it's contentment, it's building a home with someone. It is a card of celebration. So if you're somebody that is looking to get married, I do feel like this next person is potentially marriage material. Like that might be something that they are looking for. But the Four of Wands, I always think of like four walls in a home. I do think of stability, and marriage, like celebration. It honestly often depicts like a party of some kind, which could be like an engagement or a wedding, or like maybe you meet them at a party. Maybe it's a tea party. Okay, then we have the Star. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So this is a connection that you have prayed for. This is a connection that you have asked for. They literally are your dream person. And I don't say that lightly, because the Star is the card of your dreams and your prayers coming or being answered. So this person is literally your dream person come to life. We also have the Eight of Wands, which does tell me that things with them are going to move quickly. They move very fast. Like this is like you get together with them and within 6 months you're getting married. And you might be somebody that's like, no, I need to like live with someone for a year before I know. You're going to be so sure about this person. It's going to blow you away. And I say that because the Eight of Wands is a very fast-paced moving card. It's usually about a lot of opportunity coming your way, or just a lot of fast-paced energy, things moving quickly. They might even just want to move very quickly with you. And then I also see the card of Strength coming out for you. So once again, I think this also, you know what? They might literally be a very strong person. Like they have like a gym routine, or like they might be kind of buff. But also with the Strength card and healing trauma, the Strength card to me is the trauma healing card of the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, because it's all about like sitting with those inner demons and quelling them. So when I see Strength coming out, this also to me looks like healing trauma. And I think some of y'all might have been through previous trauma bonds where you've bonded with someone and it has been over trauma, and that has actually been a negative thing because it's left you feeling like you can't leave. This is like the opposite of that. This is bonding over healing trauma together. Maybe you're going through similar things, or like I said, things that you've gone through, things that they've gone through. They could be trigger points for each other. And the thing about triggers, I know when a lot of them come up, many of us want to run and hide and never experience the trigger again. But the thing about triggers is they are actually our greatest teachers. I know, hard medicine to hear, but they are our greatest teachers, because in the trigger is where we make room for the light to actually come in. And when we can meet that trigger and not have the same physical reaction to it, that is when we know that we've healed. So I feel like this is honestly going to be a nice change of pace, in that they're more focused on healing, maybe even on sitting with you when you're in the eye of the storm, right? Even though I guess the eye of the storm is technically more calm. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like they are here to witness you. They are here to witness your tears. They are here to witness you feel some type of way and not try to change you or fix you. It's that they want to just be here to let you feel. They want to be a strong grounding presence that helps you to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and see more about your relationship together. We have Jupiter expansion. Ooh, Okay. So I love this. You know, I'm a Sag rising, so Jupiter is my ruling planet. Anytime I see it, I'm happy. Jupiter is our planet of luck, abundance, expansion. So I honestly wonder if they or you might have previously had like a gambling problem. I say that because there is like gambling dice here. Jupiter definitely is the ruler of gambling because it's such high potential. There's such high stakes. This might be something that you work through healing together. But on top of that, I like this because I was like, I like this. And then I told you it was something that is like not fun. Outside of that, Jupiter is also about blessings and luck and expansion. So literally expanding together, expanding your horizons together, learning new things together, expressing new things together. And it also could potentially be about traveling together. Like they or you might be really well traveled. One of you might be from another country, or maybe both of you are. There is something about major expansion for the two of you. Okay, then we have the sun, which I feel like when I see the sun in these readings, this is a lot more about confidence and having like a very radiant personality. So I do get the sense that this person that we are channeling into, they have a very radiant personality. They have a very bright personality. They are full of a lot of positivity, a lot of joy. They might be a morning person, somebody that rises really early in the day with the morning sun. Which if you're somebody that's like, I feel like it's always the morning people and the night owl that marry each other though, you know? But like this could be something that's really important to you, that you're with someone that like matches your freak, you know, and is up in the day. So I really do feel like this is a big part of their personality. And it's something that maybe if you're not a morning person, but you want to be, this would be like a good influence for you too. Then we also have Scorpio, the animal. The animal. Oh my gosh, not me thinking about Orange is the New Black's intro. So transformation, intensity, passion, secretive, carnal. I feel like with Scorpio, it does tell me that the relationship is going to have a level of intensity. I kind of already gathered that though from the Eight of Wands, where I said things were going to be moving relatively quickly for the two of you. This to me is also just that intensity, right? Scorpio is known for being one of the more intense signs of the zodiac. I would say the most intense, to be honest. And I feel like with this, there is a level of intensity that you've probably never experienced with another person. I would say, and I would just caution with this, I'm not trying to say you're going to end up in a bad place, because I really am channeling for your highest good. Like that is always my intention. But what I will say is just make sure that you're breathing into that. Make sure that you are stopping and taking time for yourself and like not just running on this high current, because sometimes relationships can feel exhilarating that way. And it is fun, especially in the beginning. But the beginning and what you're going to have 10 years down the road, as a seasoned person myself, I've been in the same relationship for 17 years. I think that qualifies me to do relationship readings. I mean, I think anybody is qualified to do relationship readings, but I feel like sometimes I tell myself I can't make readings like this because I have been in a long-term relationship. And then I'm like, no, Chloe, that you're actually somebody that people probably need to hear from. You probably should do readings like this. But the person that you get together with in the beginning, 10 years down the line, is not going to be the same person. Like, it is a known fact. We all change. You will not be the same person in 10 years either. And you will change. And to love someone is to attend 100 funerals, like of the person that they used to be, is to hold someone while they evolve into their next form. So I do feel like, know that going in, that yes, things might be really hot and heavy and intense in the beginning, but it's when things turn into the embers of the fire, so to speak, that they actually get the most hot. The embers of the fire are the most hot part. It's when things aren't as fast paced that we really learn who we are, who they are, who their next version is going to be. And so like, I guess what I'm really trying to say is, especially if you are someone that really chases that relationship high, this is going to be a relationship that is going to teach you about that, but also about what comes after that. Okay. Then we have 12, the 12th house. Oh my gosh. excuse me, this reading is so much about healing. It cracks me up because the 12th house is Pisces house. You also have this Pisces symbol up here that was on top of your cards. The 12th house is the house of healing. It is Pisces house. It's all about endings. It's about surrendering. It's literally like forgiveness, karma, Akashic records. It's has a lot to do with like deep cellular spiritual healing. And I feel like through this relationship, that is something you are going to uncover, is this like deep form of healing that you didn't even know was possible because you didn't know what you didn't know. You hadn't experienced what you hadn't experienced. And I really think that this relationship is going to be like the soothing, healing balm that's going to like grow your Grinch heart 3 sizes, you know? Okay. If this was resonating, can you please leave me the Christmas tree emoji down below? Is your Grinch heart growing 3 sizes? Like, am I making sense? Leave me this emoji down below. Okay, let's see. And a heart, because I always ask y'all for hearts. All right, we've got victory. Ooh, number 44 with a little Aries symbol as well. So I also feel like this to me is like victory over the past. This is also like they really want to celebrate your wins and accomplishments. If you feel like you've never had that in your life, be it from parents or other people, maybe you're also used to going through like a really intense quote unquote losing season. This is your winning season with them. And then we also have luck, literally. Not you. Getting victory, Jupiter, and luck all in the same reading, okay? You're going to get together with this person and you're going to be like, I am the luckiest person in the world. How did I find you? How did I attract you into my reality? How did this happen? Because your relationship together changes so much for you that it's like you literally question, like it's one of those relationships where like, I'm getting like, you're not starting a new chapter. You're writing a whole nother book. Like, you know how sometimes in life you have those dividing moments where it's like, there was a time before them and a time after them. And like, when you remember things in your life, there's a time before it and a time after it. This relationship is that there is a time you had before you get together with them and the time after. And maybe, like I said, if you're already in this relationship, you already feel that. Okay, I'm going to pull one more of these. Then we also have courage. So victory and courage, they're going to help you to be courageous to go after your dreams. They are going to support you so much in evolving into the next version of yourself that you're going to literally obtain more courage from that support. I love this for you, pile number 2. This is so beautiful. This is the reading that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you made it all the way to the end of this reading, please leave me a heart emoji of your choice so that I can say hi in the comments. I seriously love to see who hangs out until the end. Y'all are seriously my people. And if you want more from me and want to support me, I encourage you to check out my Patreon. This is where I share extra content, bonus readings, behind the scenes stuff, vlogs, astrology reports every single month, and so much more. I recently put up a whole secret little podcast talking about how I broke my ankle, if you want to hear the ins and outs of that story. And it really helps support me as a creator, keeps my lights on, keeps food on my table. It's a great place for that. And you can also head over to my website, KhloeTaylor.com, if you want to book me for a private personal reading. You can also check out my courses. I have 3 different ones available to you. I have genuinely created everything there with so much intention to help you feel aligned and inspired. And if you're craving community, I feel like I don't talk about this enough and I need to start sharing it more. Please join our Discord. It's free. We literally chat in there daily as a community. We share what we're going through. It's honest, it's sweet, it's a safe space to connect with other like-minded cozy babes, and it's completely free to join that. So if you want to be a part of that, the link for that is down below. And of course, I have things down there like my wish list, any of the decks that I've used in this reading. And if you'd like to leave me a tip, never expected, always appreciated. I do have my Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal listed down below. And just thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Please do not forget, when you stand in your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hello, 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 my beautiful pile number threes, and welcome in if you chose this deck and this Astro Dice. This is going to be your reading. So first we're going to see, we'll get into everything, but we're first going to take a look at what the connection could possibly bring out, what it could look like. We'll get into some characteristics about them as a person and then some extra stuff. So let's go ahead and see first and foremost what we're looking at. All right, so we have Ascendant Outlook, which ultimately this tells me that they are going to bring out the best in you because your ascendant sign is the sign, like, I know a lot of people know their sun signs. That's like, especially in the Western world, most people are like, oh yeah, I'm this sun sign or I'm that sun sign. But your ascendant sign is actually how you walk through life, and it is who you actually are in astrology. So I do feel like this relationship, this connection is going to bring out the best in you. It's going to bring out the best parts of you. You're going to feel your best self. You're going to want to take good care of yourself because you're being so well looked after and cared for by this person. Okay, we also have Sagittarius, the Voyager. So this connection is also going to bring out a lot of expansive knowledge. The two of you might actually meet at school, or you decide to like go back to school or take a course together. It could be something as big as like going back to college together, going to college together. Or I'm also hearing that for some of you, this is also going to be like taking classes together. So like taking an art class or a pottery class together, taking a cooking class, things like that. And with Sagittarius, the Voyager, it's also, to me, it's knowledge and travel is how I see it. So this is also about traveling with this person. Like they are very much somebody that has the travel bug. So if this is like confirmation that if that's something you're looking for in your life, this person is going to bring that. Sagittarius energy is also a lot of like devil may care energy, or like, they can always find the silver lining in the optimism. They're a very like happy person. Okay, we also have Virgo. So this is interesting because I almost feel like this is your connection with them. Whether you are a Virgo or a Sag or they are, doesn't matter, because we all have these placements in our birth chart. The thing that matters to me here, or that I'm sensing here, is like one of you is very like positive, happy-go-lucky, silver linings everywhere. And then the other person is like organized. There's like one person is like more on the chaotic side of things. The other person has a lot of organization, is a lot of analytical and critical thinking. I also feel like both Virgo and Sagittarius are very much intellectuals. Like these signs are the intellectual signs. So this relationship on a mentally stimulating level is going to be one where the two of you can talk about anything and everything, and it feels good to do so. So I like that. That is something that I think is a very underrated in relationships, is like when you can have a good conversation, when you can stimulate the mind, that is something that y'all are going to have in common, and you're always going to be talking about new, expansive, exciting things together. Okay, then we have Square Challenge. So this relationship will definitely not always be sunshine and rainbows, as no relationship is, but this relationship is going to bring about challenges that will help the two of you grow. There are going to be points of tension that will come out through this relationship, possibly really early on. Now, if this is somebody that you're already with, you might be facing challenges right now. But if this is somebody you have yet to meet, because I wanted these readings to be for both singles and takens, but with Square Challenge, I really feel like it could even be a challenge between that like optimism, surrender, let go energy versus the, honestly, Virgo brings about sometimes heavy control energy, wanting to control, wanting to organize, wanting things to be certain, where Sagittarius says, whatever will be, que sera, you know? So I feel like that could also be a very big challenge between the two of you, but something that when you work to overcome and both of you balance this out, it's going to make the two of you stronger. You bring out things in each other that the other person really needs. Now let's get some characteristics of this person, what their personality's like, what their temperament might be like, what they are like. Okay. We have the Chariot. Okay. This person really does like to travel. They like to move around a lot. They like to travel. I'm honestly hearing from Spirit that they might be somebody that moves around a lot. Like they could even be like army or something. They move around a lot and you are going to move around a lot with them. So if that's a lifestyle that you're looking for, awesome. This is going to be a match made in heaven. You're going to see so many different places that you'll call home. And I really get the distinct impression like Spirit is showing me like moving trucks. So it's not just about like chasing destiny together. It's literally moving a lot. Maybe your career requires that, or their career requires that, or the two of you just want to try a lot of places out together because it's how you want to expand. We also have the Seven of Pentacles, which does tell me that I do think they are interested in, this card, typically the Seven of Pentacles isn't about family, but I do feel like this is somebody that maybe wants a family, wants to settle down and start a family specifically. It could also be though that the Seven of Pentacles traditionally is about watering a lot of different things. So having like multiple streams of income, or watering multiple different things and watching the fruits of your labor grow. They are somebody that I feel like manages a lot of different things. Like maybe they have a higher up position, or they have to manage a lot of people. There's a lot of like, honestly, I feel like it's giving daytime stress a little bit. We have the Five of Swords. Okay, this is interesting. I feel like and this is something that the two of you will probably have to work through. They definitely, I feel like often in argument will play the victim. And this is something that they need to be brought out of, and that they need to be made aware of, because to me, the Five of Swords is often a very unconscious thing. We don't realize that we're playing the victim because our ego gets in the way, and all of us are guilty of this. Okay. It's not just like they're a terrible person because sometimes they stand in victimhood. All of us are capable of becoming the victim from time to time. But I do think that this is something that's going to bring up arguments between the two of you. And I always tell y'all, I am not Willy Wonka. Okay. I do not make candy at the candy factory. My father, who is a vending machine, that's like what he does for a living. My father does candy machines for a living. He is getting candy at the candy factory. Chloe Taylor, his daughter, is not getting candy at the candy factory. If you wanted a sugar-coated reading, you definitely should go and pick a different reader, because I do not sugarcoat things. I always want to give you the truth. So even if it hurts. The Five of Swords, though, I do feel like this is a point of tension, because it is something that you're just like, my gosh, get over your ego and just see what I'm saying to you. And they play the victim in arguments sometimes. So I do feel that this is something that it may even require like counseling at some point. Maybe this is the challenge and the square that we're coming up against. But there is something about playing the victim about their personality. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is all about giving and receiving inequality. So here's the thing. That's what I mean when I say this is something like worth fighting for. This is something worth trying to transform with them, because the Six of Pentacles says that you often will come back to a counterbalance. The Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving in equal exchange, and they are very much in the business of being fair and equal. So I do feel like this is something that they would be willing to work on once they are more aware of it, more conscious of it. But the Six of Pentacles tells me that this is something where the relationship will have a lot of harmony and a lot of balance. And you'll be able to come back to this stasis because they are somebody that really believes in that. Then we also have the Fool. I honestly think that they are somebody that they throw a lot of caution to the wind. They will take on a lot of new experiences without really thinking about it. And this is something that you either love or it drives you nuts. Because the Fool is all about taking risk. They are somebody that is not afraid to take a risk. And I don't know why, but I feel like you really show up as this Virgo energy in this reading. And so I get the sense that risk taking probably isn't something that you're really comfortable with. But Know that risk taking, what is it that they always say? There's no risk, there's no reward. Like, you do have to take risks sometimes. It is safe and okay and honestly a good thing to take risk. Even if you flop, even if you have to learn a lesson from taking that risk, you still, like, there is no fail. There is either you're winning or you're learning a lesson, period. And I feel like they really bring that out in you. They help you to get more confident and more comfortable taking risk because they themselves really run their life that way. Of like, you know what, I'm going to take this risk and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to surrender to the experience, surrender to the opportunity. So they actually bring this out in you. Now the connection, let's see what they're also going to be helping you do in the connection. We're going to get a couple of these cards out. Okay. Stay in shallow waters. Sometimes superficial is enough. What? We're going to have to pull the book on this card. Hold on. I need to know what the Queen, because this is a Vanessa Samina deck. I need to know what the Queen Vanessa, excuse me, what the Queen Vanessa Samina meant by that. What did you mean by that, Queen? We need to know. Let's see. The mesmerizing blacktip reef shark lives in shallow tropical coral reefs and is relatively skittish in nature. This is not to say that the shark doesn't like to go deep, pun intended, but this card appears it represents an obvious need for you to keep things simple. Some people in situations do not require getting emotionally involved or reading between the lines. In fact, many people can get uncomfortable when confronted with depth. Likewise, if you're involved with someone you just met or are speaking to an individual known to gossip, you are better off keeping things light. Understandably, entertaining small talk and superficial chit-chat can be tiresome, but sometimes it really is for the best. After all, you wouldn't want any of your secrets to end up as public knowledge. But depending on the person and circumstances, staying in shallow waters will protect you from attracting uncomfortable situations later down the line. I honestly think that they help you protect your energy. Because like, I am only channeling good things for this relationship. I'm not like, I specifically set intention that we would be channeling only good things and positive encounters. So I feel that with this stay in shallow waters, it's like, it's basically saying that they are going to help you to remember that not every person deserves your depth. Not every person deserves knowing all of you. Not every person deserves to see all of the inside parts of you, all of your beauty, all of your magic. And you're somebody that is so willing to give and share that. They teach you kind of how to hold back on that a little bit and not give it to every single person because not every person deserves it. Okay, then we have your routine matters. Are you content with it? So I also feel that something in the relationship that's going to be good for you is they have a very consistent routine. This also kind of came out in pile number 1. So if you feel like pile number 1 was one that you were a little attracted to, I would maybe go back and listen to that one too. But this person has a very consistent routine, whether it is through their career, whether it is through just how they like to live. They bring this consistency to your life that is admirable to you. You enjoy witnessing it, and it forces you to look at what your day-to-day routines look like. So it helps you to question, am I happy with what I do each day? Am I happy with the activities and what I get up to on a day-to-day basis? Because they really take pride in their work, in their accomplishments, in the experiences that they attract. Like, their work, I think, is a really big part of their life. And for you, you see this as like a strong, admirable thing. It's not that you're like, oh, you work so much, you never have time for me. It's literally like, you're like, dang, I love what you bring to the table. It feels good and safe for me because you bring such consistency. How can I tap into that for myself in my own way? So I feel like they kind of teach you that as well. And then let's go ahead and get a few more cards to see what else is coming through for this relationship, for this connection. Okay, we have communication. Okay, so I really feel like within this relationship, the two of you are excellent communicators. It's your strong suit. Your ability to tell each other things that might hurt each other's feelings it's a strong suit for you. Your ability to talk to them and say anything, because remember, they teach you how to not do that with everybody else. But because the two of you are close, you're very open. And I really get the sense that with communication, your communication is rock solid. Like, y'all, I will never forget this. Just as like a side tangent. I always tell y'all I'm a story healer, and it's through my stories that of vulnerability and showing up that I feel like it helps to heal other people. Story healer is like a real thing. Anyways, I will never forget the day that I got married. My dad was about to walk me down the aisle, and I looked at him and I said, "Dad, I can still run." I was being facetious, of course. I love my spouse. We've been together for 17 years. Even like we haven't been married that long, but together that long. I can still run. What is your best advice for me? And he looked at me and I will never forget it. He said, "Just always be communicating, Khloe. Always communicate with Andrew. Even if it's hard, even if you're upset, like always communicate with him." My husband's name is Andrew. Always communicate with him, because when me and your mom stop communicating, that's when things get harder. Like, always communicate. And I really took that to heart. And I will say, I do think me and my significant other are pretty good, even when we hurt each other's feelings, even if we have to say something that the other person doesn't want to hear, like we're really good at not holding that in. So communication, I feel like y'all are really going to have that. And then regeneration, number 17. With an Aries symbol. We also have Pisces in this one. There's a Pisces symbol, if that means anything to you. But regeneration, I feel like this person, not only is the communication with them going to be such a breath of fresh air, but it's also going to feel like you actually regenerate. I feel like I've been getting a very common theme in all the readings today, where there is this feeling of having a connection that feels good, where in the past the connections haven't always felt good. So they like help you to regenerate your energy. When you are together, you don't get tired being around the other person. They like boost your energy. You both feel happier when you're together. You feel energized when you're together. And you get this energy of regeneration. And that is the reading I have for you about your special person. Thank you so much for watching. And if you made it all the way to the end of this reading, please leave me a heart emoji of your choice so that I can say hi in the comments. I seriously love to see who hangs out until the end. Y'all are seriously my people. And if you want more from me and want to support me, I encourage you to check out my Patreon. This is where I share extra content, bonus readings, behind the scenes stuff, vlogs, astrology reports every single month, and so much more. I recently put up a whole secret little podcast talking about how I broke my ankle, if you want to hear the ins and the outs of that story. And it really helps support me as a creator, keeps my lights on, keeps food on my table. It's a great place for that. And you can also head over to my website, KhloeTaylor.com, if you want to book me for a private personal reading. You can also check out my courses. I have 3 different ones available to you. I have genuinely created everything there with so much intention to help you feel aligned and inspired. And if you're craving community, I feel like I don't talk about this enough and I need to start sharing it more. Please join our Discord. It's free. We literally chat in there daily as a community. We share what we're going through. It's honest, it's sweet, it's a safe space to connect with other like-minded cozy babes, and it's completely free to join that. So if you want to be a part of that, the link for that is down below. And of course, I have things down there like my wish list, any of the decks that I've used in this reading. And if you'd like to leave me a tip, never expected, always appreciated. I do have my Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal listed down below. And just thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Please do not forget, when you stand in your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye. All right, pile number 4. If you chose this deck as well as this Astro dice, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to start with this deck and then we'll get into some other things. So this is, okay, we got a flyer. We'll keep that out. I'll talk about it in a second. This relationship, these cards are going to be kind of what this relationship is helping to create or bring. We'll get into more specific characteristics of this person and their personality as well, and your connection with some other cards in a moment. But we're going to start with this one. Okay, so we have focus and healing. Oh my gosh, I feel like every pile got healing today in some capacity. So we got focus and healing. So this relationship, I do feel like is bringing you more of a focused energy. There is something about being able to focus around this person. It's like you definitely get, just from being around their energy, you're able to like zero in on topics, focus on things better. Maybe if you're somebody that struggles with focus, they help to kind of keep you on track and directed. Maybe they offer like some things in your life, some tips, tricks, tools, especially if you're ADHD, like maybe, obviously I'm not a mental health professional. This is not a diagnosis, but maybe both of you have ADHD and they like bring tips and tricks to the table that actually help you and vice versa. And the both of you will be healing together. So let's go ahead and kind of fill this reading out more. It'll become more clear as we build on it. I want to get some characteristics about them and their personality up next. So we're going to take a look at that. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. So they are somebody that has high mental energy. They are somebody that they maybe are an intellectual. They definitely are here for conversing, speaking, talking, having really big breakthroughs in their mental energy. They could be an air sign, which is going to be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So Sun, Moon, Rising, I would say. Maybe look at their Mars and Venus as well, because those are more like relationship compatibility planets. But I would say there is definitely a high emphasis of air energy, because swords refer to air and speech and the mind. So they are somebody that might be kind of like a brain, if you know what I mean. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay. So they are somebody, gosh, we've had a lot of confidence coming up today. They are somebody that is very confident, and they help to bring out the confidence in you. They help to bring out your personal beauty. They let you shine. And because, some bunk relationships will be like trying to outshine their partner. This is not that kind of person. They want you to shine. They want you to be confident. They want you to stand out. They don't want to hide you away or try to control you or what you wear or who you are. They like want you to be big, bold, loud, and proud. And they really love you in your Queen of Wands energy. So it's really great for the connection, I feel like. We have the High Priestess. Okay, so this person is also very intuitive. They are very in touch with their spiritual side, their spiritual gifts. They might even be into the spiritual arts. Like maybe you connecting over like sacred geometry or around tarot cards, star seeds. Maybe you meet them at a metaphysical shop. Like there is something about them being really in tune with spirituality, with like hidden knowledge, I would say. And then we also have the Three of Swords. So they are somebody that in the past, I think they have been scarred by relationships. So they might be a little bit slow to build this relationship. Not to say that they're not sure about you. Like you together with them, it's like, I almost want to say it's like the rebound, like the rebound relationship. And like, I am the pot calling the kettle black here, because my relationship that I have been in for 17 years was a rebound relationship, and I was his rebound too. Like we were doing it to each other, and it turned out great. Like sometimes those rebounds are the best ones. So don't give yourself any shame if this is a rebound relationship. Like if it was just supposed to be for fun, and it wasn't serious, like it's okay. I feel like they in the past have been hurt, and this relationship, like I said, it is healing. So I get the sense that maybe they have some things that with like exes or something that will come out, or there might just be some things that they didn't even know were bad until they get together with you and they're like, oh, I didn't even realize what I didn't have. I didn't realize what was missing, right? Let's go ahead and see what your connection will be like if we take a peek at these cards. Oops. Trying to keep it pretty for you. Okay. We have the 11th house. Oh, this is sweet, y'all. So this relationship, it's giving friends to lovers. The 11th house is the friendship house. So this is giving like literally friends to lovers. So maybe you're also like, you might even know their ex. Like maybe this is somebody that you have wanted to kind of be with or like have had feelings for, but you've always shut them down because you knew, like, not that you were necessarily friends with their ex. I mean, maybe, but like, you know, their ex to some degree. And so it's always felt not okay or felt weird. But the 11th house is the house of friendship. So I do feel like this is very much your relationship is you are friends first. You are friends before you are lovers. Then we also have Venus love. Oh, you have a very like sweet love. You know, when your Venus planets are in alignment with each other, like compatible with each other, I feel like it's always like a sweeter love. It's a like soft, tender, sweet love. Your relationship like stays romantic. Like, you know how some people, they always say when the honeymoon's over, like all the romance flies out the window. Not with the two of you. The romance literally doesn't die. Like this, your person might even be a diehard romantic, and so are you. Like there is such optimism and romanticism about this connection. And then we have the 4th house. So this is somebody that wants to build a home and family with you. This has come up a lot today too, home and family. This is somebody that wants to build a home and family with you. They want like a long-term stable partnership. They're definitely at that stage of their life where they are wanting that. We have Pluto transformation. So this relationship is also going to be about major, massive transformation. Like you being with them or them being with you. It's not just like, oh, I changed my hair. It's like, no, my whole personality like fundamentally changed over the course of being with them. Pluto is not small transformation. It's major transformation over a lifetime, or over like Pluto takes like 20 years to move a sign. Like anytime Pluto changes signs in the cosmos, because we only live to be like 100 if we're lucky, we actually never see Pluto in the same planet again in our lifetime. Like unless it retrogrades, like we don't ever see, like once Pluto leaves a sign in our lifetime, we will never see that transit again, because it takes like 220 years or something for Pluto to make its full orbit around all of the astrology signs, all of the different, cosmos there. So I feel like it's like a big piece of transformation, and it's like something you've never seen before. I mean, currently for the next like 20 years, we have Pluto in Aquarius, which is the 11th house. So they also might be focused on helping you transform these areas, transforming your ancestry, where your roots, where you've come from, healing that, healing your friendships. You know, when they are such a good friend to you, it like heals past resentments or past hurts with friendships, healing the parts of you that didn't feel loved, adored, or appreciated. I feel like there's a lot of transformation within that for you when you are with this person. And let's see, I do want to see what else they're going to be helping with in this relationship. Okay, we have stop chasing, attract what you desire. And then we also have feed your curiosity. And it says try something new. So I feel like they kind of help you to step out of your shell in where you wouldn't try certain things. They like bring out different choices. Like something I always think about is when, like, you know, maybe you go to a restaurant and you always order the same thing because you know it's good and you don't want to be disappointed, right? But they always order something you would never think to order, and you always try off their plate, and it's like, oh my God, you have the best. Like they'll like trade you plates because they're like, I wasn't that married to it, but like now you find something new. Like same with movies. Like they show you movies, they show you music, food, the arts, things that I feel like very Venusian or like Venus-like things that pique your curiosity and allow you to have like changed opinions about things. And then stop chasing, attract what you desire. I feel like you're never going to have to chase them. Like they are always going to be right there. But remember, you're friends before you're lovers. So you don't need to chase them. They're like, that's how you're going to know you're with the wrong person, is if you feel like you have to chase. They will be chasing you. You will not need to chase them. If you're chasing them right now, knock it off. They're not the right person. Don't chase them. Let them chase you. Then we have be the bigger person. Your kindness is your strength. So with be the bigger person, it doesn't mean like allowing yourself to be taken advantage of or anything. It's about sometimes it really just isn't worth it. Sometimes it really like, and this is something that in this relationship, you will learn that like they kind of help you to have healthy outlets for these things so that you're not every time somebody does like the minor slight, you're not losing your temper or getting really upset or having this huge burst of adrenaline and anger. It's like they help you to understand and to come back to yourself and choose to be with you instead of allowing your emotions to be controlled by other people. And this is something that they actually help you with, being kinder to yourself in these moments. If this sounds like you definitely chose the right pile. I also feel like rolling the astrology dice for you, pile number 4. So I'm going to do that. I just want to see if there's any extra messages that Spirit has for you about this person. Okay, we have the 8th house, which is the house of Scorpio. We have Sagittarius. And then we also have Jupiter. Sorry about that, pile number 4. My camera just cut off all of a sudden. My memory card was full. But what I was saying is that you got Jupiter, Sagittarius in the 8th house. So I feel like these are blessings in this area, in this relationship. Sagittarius is naturally ruled by the planet Jupiter. So we love to see that. But ultimately, I feel like your spirituality, also your finances with this person, and your knowledge, these are areas that are going to be blessed and expanded throughout this relationship. So spirituality, they're going to teach you more about that hidden knowledge, right? We did get the high priestess for them. So they're going to basically be coming through with more of that like esoteric knowledge, hidden knowledge. And with Sagittarius, this is also to me about knowledge too, of a different kind though. It's like academic, higher learning, higher education. So I do feel like that is a sector in the relationship that together you're both going to get really into that. And also travel. Sagittarius coming through with that travel bug. Gosh, I think it was pile 2 that had something about that, or pile 3. Travel definitely came through another pile. But this is something else in the relationship that is basically being blessed and expanded upon that you'll learn through each other. And that is the reading that I have for you, pile number 4. Thank you so much for watching. And if you made it all the way to the end of this reading, please leave me a heart emoji of your choice so that I can say hi in the comments. I seriously love to see who hangs out until the end. Y'all are seriously my people. And if you want more from me and want to support me, I encourage you to check out my Patreon. This is where I share extra content, bonus readings, behind the scenes stuff, vlogs, astrology reports every single month, and so much more. I recently put up a whole secret little podcast talking about how I broke my ankle, if you want to hear the ins and outs of that story. And it really helps support me as a creator, keeps my lights on, keeps food on my table. It's a great place for that. And you can also head over to my website, KhloeTaylor.com, if you want to book me for a private personal reading. You can also check out my courses. I have 3 different ones available to you. I have genuinely created everything there with so much intention to help you feel aligned and inspired. And if you're craving community, I feel like I don't talk about this enough and I need to start sharing it more. Please join our Discord. It's free. We literally chat in there daily as a community. We share what we're going through. It's honest, it's sweet, it's a safe space to connect with other like-minded cozy babes, and it's completely free to join that. So if you want to be a part of that, the link for that is down below. And of course, I have things down there like my wish list, any of the decks that I've used in this reading. And if you'd like to leave me a tip, never expected, always appreciated. I do have my Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal listed down below. And just thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Please do not forget, when you stand in your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.